Okay, so iOS 16.4 Developer Beta 1 was just released a few days ago, and after going over some of the latest new features, I quickly realized that iOS 16.4 is more than just new features, but actual fundamental changes to the iPhone, iOS, and iPadOS that will change forever the way you use your iPhone and iPads in the near future. Now, let me go ahead and explain. Now, as always, if you would like to stay up to date with the latest iOS news and Apple software updates, of course, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you turn on those notifications so that you don't miss another episode. And now you may remember the headlines just about a month and a half or two ago where Apple was said to be required to allow side loading of applications onto the iPhone and iPad. Now, for those of you that do not know, side loading basically means allowing developers to host their very own applications, and you can install them using a web browser like Safari. Now, WebKit for iOS 16.4, in my opinion, is the beginning of that. So WebKit push notifications for web apps on iOS and iPadOS. I was reading through this and I found out that focus mode, screen time, and notifications are just the beginning on how Apple will most likely work around these third-party app stores or requirements to have side loading on the iPhone. Now, as you can see right here, I have the Twitter icon on the home screen. I have two icons here. On the right, I have the Twitter App Store app, as you can see right here. And on the left, I have the Twitter web app. This is basically the same app, but it is a web application. But as you can see, I have notifications, and every time I get a new notification, it comes in through Notification Center, just like the App Store app version of Twitter. And I can go into settings here. Right now, this is under testing, right? And I can go into the Safari extension and enable this here. So if I go into Safari and I scroll to the bottom, I can go into advanced options and experimental features. I can enable notifications here. Let's go ahead and find the notifications tab. And there it is. It is off by default, but I can enable notifications for web app just like so. And inside the web app for Twitter, I can go into my avatar here and go into settings here for notifications and make sure that I enable the web push notifications. So let's go ahead and find notifications here. And I do have the notifications enabled right there for Twitter as well. So let me go back here and show you how to enable the preferences here for push notifications, just like so. Enable it. And now I have the notifications enabled for the web app for Twitter. And that is how you do that, okay? So that is how you get these notifications here on the web app for Twitter. Now, putting everything together, like for example, if I go into focus mode here, let's go into screen time actually, because it also supports screen time. I have Twitter limitations for app limits here, and this should block Twitter on iOS just like so. And again, this is still in testing, but it should also block Twitter for the web app. So let's go ahead and launch Twitter once again here. Let's see if we can get that limit right there. There's the limit. Again, this is still in beta testing right now, but as you can see, the web app for Twitter, it isn't required. The App Store also has the same screen time limitations as the iOS app. Yes, again, it is still a little buggy as you just saw there, but it is integrated within web apps with the new WebKit. And now remember when again Apple was mentioned to be required to allow side loading. I think this is the first push for this, and in the future I think Apple will allow developers to host their very own applications, add them using the web app feature, and provide all the features that you do get with the App Store, but allowing developers to also deal with the providing the applications for the users themselves. So I think this is a workaround that Apple is working on. iOS 16.4 is more than just updates, but fundamental changes to iOS. Will you be using this feature once Apple releases iOS 16.4? Let me know in those comments down below. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.